welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'm just going to tell you basically everything you need to know about bacterial vaginosis. So if you have clicked this video to get all of that information, then you have to stay with me till the end of this video. My name is Grace and I make videos based on my learning experiences as a medical laboratory science student and also my general learning experiences. So in today's video, I'm just basically going to tell you everything you need to know about this infection called bacterial vaginosis. And yeah, first of all, I'm just going to give you an overview of this infection. So bacterial vaginosis is an infection that is characterized by excessive growth of harmful bacteria in the vagina. So the vagina contains a bacteria which is actually the good bacteria called the Lactobacillus, and this Lactobacillus, it produces lactic acid, and this lactic acid is what is responsible for the acidity of the vagina. So there are certain things that can cause the vaginal acidity to get depleted, thereby creating room for the growth of these harmful bacteria, and that is what I'm going to cover in the courses. So this infection can be caused by having multiple sexual partners. It can be caused by even having new sex partners. It can be caused also by using scented soaps. It can be caused by certain antiseptics that we use. It can also be caused by douching. So this douching is basically washing the vagina with certain feminine products. So these are some of the things that can actually cause this infection. So bear in mind that this infection is not a sexually transmitted disease. It only affects the female population. So as a lady, you can actually have this infection whether you've had sex or you haven't experienced it before. So these are the causes of this infection. So next we go over to the symptoms. Some of the symptoms that one can experience is having a watery thin discharge that is grayish in color, and this discharge is always accompanied by an unpleasant odor like a fishy smell. One can also experience a burning sensation during urination. One can also experience itchiness around the vagina. Some of the complications of this infection is that there is an increased risk of contracting STDs like the gonorrhea, the HIV, the herpes, the HPV, and as a pregnant lady, you might experience low birth weight, you might experience preterm labor, and in worst case scenario, you might actually lose the pregnancy. And for some ladies, they also have pelvic inflammatory diseases. So these are the complications that may arise from this infection. And what are the ways that you actually diagnose this? The diagnosis of this infection can happen in three ways. First thing, you can diagnose this infection by pelvic examination. You can diagnose this infection by checking the vaginal pH, and this is done by a doctor when you go to the hospital. Usually the vaginal pH is within the range of 3.8 to 4.5, but when this test is done and let's say the vaginal pH increases to above 4.5, it can be an indication, especially if you're noticing the symptoms, it can be an indication of this infection. And another way that this infection can be diagnosed is by performing a HVS test. So this HVS is simply the high vaginal swab test. So when one goes to the hospital, the doctor or scientist takes a sample of the vaginal discharge and actually takes it for microscopy to check for the presence of clue cells. So this is another way by which you can diagnose this infection. So this infection can be treated by use of certain drugs like the metronidazole, the tinidazole. You can also use, some creams that can also be inserted into the vagina. But bear in mind that one has to visit the hospital to be properly diagnosed before this drug is taken. So if you've watched this video up until this point and you enjoyed it this far, please like my video and let me know in the comment section if you have any confusions, any questions, any misunderstandings, and also please subscribe to my channel because you get more of this health related content, and you also turn on the post notification so you get notified for when I drop new videos. And check out this video I have up here on trichomoniasis. You get to know everything about this STI. You wouldn't want to sleep on this one, trust me. And I'll see you guys in my next video.